Woza. This is Talking Sundowns by Soccerbeat. Umjaka here, hanging out with Amasandawana legends, Kermit Erasmus, and of course, Shakes Manqoba Ngwenya, reacting to TS Galaxy. Yeah. The winning streak ended. 10-game winning streak ended. 1-0 against TS Galaxy. Interact with us on social media. Hit us up on WhatsApp. Let us know what you think of our shows. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the bell and make sure you get notified so that you know every time we drop a fantastic episode like this one. You'll be notified and get it straight to your phone or your device that you're watching. And gentlemen, I didn't see a bad team here, but one thing I did see, TS Galaxy is still the hoodoo team. It's still the rival. You know, it's only the coaches that have changed here, Shag.
Jaga, Kermit, good to see you again, my brother. Yeah, no, the gloves are still on, just different boxes now, different coaches, and yeah, the rivalry continues. The rivalry continues, and yeah, TS Galaxy proving to have a number on us again. So, well done to TS Galaxy for the win today. They really worked hard, and they deserved it, to be honest, Umjaka.
But I didn't see a bad team there, Kermit. I didn't see a terrible Sundowns where I say, Tiko, Ubani, Nobani didn't do this and didn't do that. And you know what I mean? What happened? How do I describe it to my kids when they wake up?
I mean, like Sheikh said, I mean, great game plan from TS Galaxy. I mean, they've put in a great shift this evening. You see they planned really well throughout the week for this game. And it's played out really well. They managed to create a chance that they converted. And from there, it was just to protect the lead, you know. They shaped really well. They were compact. They didn't allow Sundowns too much spacing behind. And they allowed them to have the ball in front of them. And they knew that as long as Sundowns would play in front of them, they wouldn't be that dangerous. Rather have them shooting from range than getting in and around the box and trying to create chances there. So, like Sheikh said, great game plan from the coach and the team. And great execution of the game plan. You could see also when they broke on the counter numerous times, they were very, very they were honored. They were making sure they executed perfectly, and most of the time they tried to attempt on goal or try to finish the action, which was good enough for the team to recover and regroup from a goal kick. Then to lose the ball and have to track back, you know. So, like a great game plan. Can't fault the guys. I mean, Sundowns trying their best. They threw everything. They made changes at half time, and still it was a challenge for them tonight.
You beat Pirates so convincingly. And of course, to every fan, that's the toughest game of the season. To every fan, including this fan is Kelvin, is a Pirates fan. He entered on our WhatsApp and said, TS Galaxy versus Sundowns. Sundowns is going down today. So Amapagania were wired up to support anybody to beat Sundowns, to make sure there's a contention, there's a title challenge. You know what I mean? So going into this game, there was that going on. Is the team now going to be shaken? Because, of course, Amapagania are waiting now to celebrate.
I mean, it's one game match, Jaga. It's not going to really, it's still a 6-point game difference gap, you know. It was 9, but now it's back to 6. So, I mean, Sundowns very rarely drop points. We all know that. They've been a consistent team throughout the years. And, I mean, the record speaks for itself, being back-to-back champions. Yeah, it's not really a worry, but I would like to challenge all the other teams, you know, to compete. I mean, the Galaxy showed that tonight. You know, they competed against a great team. I mean, you only as good as what you can produce and how you prepare. You know, if you prepared well, you know, you cannot think of losing the game before the game is played. I mean, it's on the night who's hungry or wants it more.
It's hot, yeah.
Galaxy showed that tonight, you know, and hopefully more teams can put up a fight. Sundowns, because it makes the league more interesting, you know. Not saying that Pirates is going to catch up or they won't catch up, but it makes the league more interesting because with competition, you know, it cannot be a two-man on. It needs to be a bit more unpredictable, like the English Premier League, you know. We need that more from other teams. I'm really hoping that
not like anything. Not like anything. It must just be competitive. Not like anything. It must just be competitive.
Unpredictability. unpredictability.
Yeah,
The Premier League is unpredictable.
yeah.
So I want,
Yeah.
I don't
But
want the
this is,
unpredictability
yeah,
of
but Kermit, but Mshege, this is unpredictable. You beat Pirates 2 days, 48 hours ago. You beat Pirates, and then you lose against TS Galaxy.
Yeah.
That's unpredictability at its best. I mean, what other unpredictability do you want,
Good.
Mshege?
It's good, Umjaka. It's good. It's good. You know what? Especially for neutrals, it's good, man. You can't have Sundowns running away with the league every time. Halfway through the league, everybody already knows who's going to win the league. You know, so it's good to have games like this. You know, where a team like TS Galaxy can have their game plan in shape, and it shows that every team is beatable. There's no team that's unbeatable in this league. You know, and TS Galaxy did their homework and they were able to put one past Sundowns. I mean, they must have watched that Pirates game and you know thought to themselves, well, how could we, you know, and they came
Yeah,
with a different game plan compared to how Pirates came, and it worked for them. You know, I can't fault Sundowns. I really thought Sundowns played well their game plan. You know, I'd be more worried if Sundowns didn't play that well and then they lose, but they
yeah.
played their normal game plan. And it's just that TS Galaxy came to the party.
Let's go to an
definitely.
ad break. Come back. I want to poke some more into Kermit and Shakes to find out, hey, how do we digest 1-0 against TS Galaxy after 48 hours ago we were celebrating a demolition of a title contender.
Golden liquid pouring, gold splashing, gold swirling, waves of gold foaming, cut to reveal more gold. It's easy to make a beer that looks gold, but to make a beer that wins gold, that's a different story. Carling Black Label, Africa's most awarded beer.
Woza. This is Talking Sundowns by Soccerbeat. Umjaka. You're hanging out with Kermit Erasmus and Manqoba Shakes Ngwenya. Slapa Matota. Kamuhelo Sibelebele scored the winning goal, TS Galaxy, to beat Sundowns. We've got to remember that name because it had to go on the dartboard now. You know, you know. But I picked up some good movement from Jenan Zalmovic. Kermit. I picked up some really good movement. I expected, because I saw a goal scorer, I saw all the stats, you know, I was like, oh, maybe this guy is shooting from everywhere. Hey, but today I saw a super selfless guy.
For sure. I mean, you
Yeah.
could see even defensively. Let me just talk about this movement defensively and how he covered players' positions when they were out of position, running into spaces in behind. He would always drop into the wide position for the winger to drop as a striker, just to recover his position, not waste too much energy to come back from an attacking position behind the Sundowns defense all the way to the wing, which requires a lot of energy. And it saves a lot of energy if players are selfless, like you're saying,
Yeah.
in covering each other position. Then we go into the attacking side of things, where it's important for us an attacking player, a striker like him. His link-up play was amazing today. I mean, his movement off
Yeah.
the ball, second to
Yeah.
none. He starts just to lay the ball off for the up back through, was amazing. And like
All
Sundowns
day.
play with high
All
fullback,
day. Yeah.
and they knew that they gotta go to the middle first, back for the layup, and the guy that's facing the game can play the ball in the channels for the wingers, where the space is from Pirates fullbacks. Sundowns fullbacks. So
Yeah.
that just shows
Yeah.
the game plan was well planned. It was homework has been done. People knew, the coaches knew, the technical
Tops.
staff knew.
No.
The fullbacks is where we're gonna get our joy, but we gotta execute the
Yeah.
action perfect. Place to be created. So, like you said, the striker's actions, his movement of the ball, and his selflessness in defense, covering position for his teammates
Yes.
was amazing.
Yeah.
Was
Now,
amazing.
Mshege, we're going to face Otsotsi, who are even more Otsotsi than that one from Europe, from Dortmund, you know, in the Club World Cup. We're going to face Otsotsi from in the CAF Champions League, who are even more Otsotsi than this guy, maybe. I mean, this is according to stats, you know, if you play for a certain team, you are regarded highly. Not that this guy is not talented, but I'm saying, you know, he's still going to face some tough opposition. So what now, okay? Because they're going to come like this more and more.
Yeah, no. It doesn't get any easier, you know, going in the Club World Cup. They're going to face tests like this where they concede early and they have to come back, you know. And it's gonna be interesting how the coach now approaches that type of game. It's interesting. It's the first loss he has since he's come. He's not used to this, and even the next game, it's interesting how he'll approach it. You think it's Netbank Cup, and you want to give a lot of French players a chance, but you want to make sure now you win that next game and get rid of
Yeah,
this hoodoo
like,
loss. So
like, for sure, actually, just saying it's a challenge now because it's not a big thing they're playing in the Netbank Cup. Now, what do you do now? You had a loss. Yes, you're confident of the place. You're gonna give a chance. We'll do the
Yeah.
job. But do you want to risk that? Do you want to risk that? Because those
Sure.
guys they're playing against
This-
are hungry. They are hungry to compete. They want to compete. Because
Yeah.
the
Yes.
idol they're gonna be
yeah,
against.
yeah.
That is fine.
Okay.
So they want to check and see how far they are as well. From the level of the players that they inspired by. It's gonna be a great challenge.
I want to get into that. Let's go pay bills and come back. I want to get into those fringe players that were probably, highly likely promised that they're going to start against Mpeni home defenders in the Netbank Cup. I'm sure the message was there that if this happens, this will happen. So I want to come back because I really want to know. You guys were in that locker room when these kind of things happened. I'm sure something is going to come up. Let's pay some bills. Woza. Talking Sundowns by Soccerbeat. Umjaka here, hanging out with Kermit Erasmus and Manqoba Ngwenya. Hey, my chance. Tough defeat. Penny home defenders up next. A match I'm sure Coach Cardoso said to the guys. By the 70th minute, I expect against TS Galaxy, if we win that match, you are gonna have a rest. That you, and I know Sundowns fans wanna hear about Mkhulise, and I'm sure Mkhulise was on that list. That you're definitely gonna play in this Netbank Cup match. Now, what kind of message is happening now in that squad in Shege, especially to the guys who knew they were probably gonna start?
Yeah, Umjaka, it becomes difficult now because the team lost today, and as a coach, you don't want you don't want to go into another game, you're not sure of your team. You definitely don't want to lose that one. And I'm sure Peveni defenders were watching today and they were saying, okay, so if we can work this hard, maybe we stand a chance as well, Maybe we stand a chance as well to beat Sundowns. I mean, TS Galaxy put everything in tonight, and their game plan worked. So they're thinking to themselves, if TS Galaxy can beat Sundowns, then we can too, So yeah, it remains to be seen what the coach will do. Most likely, there will be changes, a lot of changes. Mkhulise definitely should probably come in that game, But yeah, I'm seeing a couple of guys that probably would have had a rest, maybe not being sacrificed anymore and being used on Saturday.
And you know what? Sibanye Golden Stars, whom Sundowns played in the Netbank Cup, also scored 2 goals. So it's possible. These things have now been sort of proven now, Kermit. Should there be concerns even in defense? Do you now rotate your defense, knowing that you can concede against a TS Galaxy? Even worse, against a Sibanye Golden Stars, you also conceded. What happens especially in that defense now? And fans want to see the youngsters play, Kermit,
So, I mean, the coach is spoiled for choice, man. I mean, he's got so much players he can choose from in defense. And today, Suarez was amazing as well. Yes, he was late in certain moments, obviously not understanding how quick South African players can be, how nippy and tricky they can be and unpredictable they can be in moments. But for the most part of the game, he played really well, and his positioning in the game, the way he passes the ball, his accurate passing, long, short, and the willingness to always pass the ball forward is amazing. It was amazing tonight. And like I said, the coach has so much variety. You know, I don't think he's going to change much. I think it's also just to build a good partnership with different pairs of defenders, you know, and to see which ones complement each other well. And in the instance where he wants to go with certain pairs, he can decide who he wants to go with. So it's just for him to just familiarize himself with which pairs works well, because everybody can probably play together in the back four, in the back line. Who's more comfortable with who in the back, you know? And like I said, it's his choice. Whatever he decides wouldn't be a problem because they all can do the job. All of them can do the job. I think the players that are going to be given a chance Saturday, they can do the job. It's just about execution and finishing off the game. That's what it is. That's why they're Sundowns.
Sure.
You're not there by luck. Because you're capable of the team and producing the level that's required.
Shege, I'm the youngster you have to drive as the veteran, who lost the game today. You were on the pitch as the veteran, as the Sundowns veteran. I'm the youngster who was promised to start, and we have to drive together now. We have to drive home. What's our conversation like?
Yeah, I know. It becomes tough, but you must understand as a professional. But I still think your likes of Khoza, you know, because he's been playing all the games
Anyway,
before
yeah,
Suarez
yeah.
came. He's been playing all the games. In fact, he's been the most consistent player in the team, you know,
Before.
and he hasn't played now in these 2 games. So I think he'll definitely get a game in the Netbank Cup. Like Kermit says, these guys, all of them, they can play, you know. Sundowns, we forgetting that just before the Pirates game, there was a 3-0 drubbing. Yes, Super Sport didn't really come to the party, but still, you know, they've got so much. You know, you can't even say it's their second team. You know, those are players that can come into any team and be in the starting lineup. Those are national team players. So
Yeah.
any team you put up, you know, Sundowns, and you know you're fighting for your place there. So when you go in, you
Anyway,
have to give your all. Doesn't matter who you're playing in there. If you,
Anyway.
you know, yeah.
PlayStation, in a mode. PlayStation, in a mode. You just choose
I
your
know.
team. There are 50 players.
Just choose your team. Nah, tough defeat to take, but a first one that gets everybody thinking. Shakes and Kermit say not too much to be concerned about because there's still a gap. And you know you can always count. Like DJ Nave says, you can always count on the other guys to drop points. So I think we'll leave it up to you as the fans to tell us, you know, how many more points Sundowns are allowed to drop before we can get worried. Because Pirates fans, I'm sure, are celebrating to see that there's a dent that can be made. And maybe that's a sign to be concerned about because the dent can be deeper and deeper. You know, the previous coach used to say, it decapitates, hey, big English, it decapitates bit by bit.
Oh, man. Hey, no, you, mama.
It decapitates bit by bit. So yeah, this was Talking Sundowns. This was Talking Sundowns. Sure. This was Talking Sundowns. I was Kermit Erasmus and Shakes Ngwenya. Yeah, it hurts, but yeah, we keep it moving. Cabo Yellow.
Soccerbeat,